Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Tonight we're going to be cooking an all-time favorite, which is corn dogs. I know that the children are out of school for spring break. What a better treat for them than corn dogs. Then let's get started. Here I have bun-sized hot dogs. You don't have to use bun-sized hot dogs. You can just use your regular hot dogs. And I have a skewer. And the skewer, normally you use it for your shish kebab. What I'm going to do is in the dead center of where the hot dog kind of joins itself, I'm going to stick the skewer in there and take it straight in all the way to the other end. And I don't want to see how I brought it out. That's wrong. It should go straight like that. Okay, so all you have to do is just pull it back in a little bit and then make certain that it comes straight down the hot dog. See? Okay, then you want to take off, because you have a lot of stem left here, you want to take that off. Now the best way to do this, to take it off, is to take it off by just breaking it, because when you use shears, sometimes it'll pop. If you don't hold it at the right end, it'll pop. Now, all of these are pretty much uniform with the stick going through the end of it. And I have 8. Okay, I'm going to be doing 8 tonight. So I'm going to set the hot dogs to the side. And I want to show you how to make the batter. Now, the batter for this will call for 1 cup. This is a cup and a half, of cornmeal mix. Now the reason why I'm using cornmeal mix is so I don't have to add the baking powder and the salt and everything else. Just use cornmeal mix. Then I have a cup and a half of flour, which is equal parts of cornmeal mix and flour. And I have 2 heaping tablespoons of sugar. And it won't be sweet, but it'll just give it the taste that it really needs, because this is more like it's not like a sweet batter, but it's not just a straight mealy type batter either. Okay, now once I've mixed those ingredients, I'm going to add 1 cup of milk, 1 beaten egg, and I'm going to add 1 can of cream style corn. That's right, cream style corn. And I'm going to blend all of these together. Now, the corn is going to help to give it just more of a corn dog type taste to it. You can use it if you want. Some people don't, some people do. I like it better with the corn because it gives me a thicker, better batter. Okay, that's all it takes. And we're done with that. Okay, now we're going to pour this batter into a glass. And this is an oversized glass. And the reason why I want to pour it into the glass is so I can take my hot dog, stick it straight down in, and get it all covered at once. Now, if you don't have an oversized glass, this was the cooking oil. Just cut off the top of the cooking oil container, fill it with batter, and use the cooking oil container. You don't have to necessarily have a glass. You use what you have. You can improvise at any time. Now, this is ready. I'm going to allow this to sit for 5 minutes, and then I will meet you at the stove. We're at the stove, so let's get started with the corn dogs. I did dry the moisture off, and you just dry it off by patting it with a paper towel, but then I want to roll it in a little bit of flour. And the reason why I want to do that is to just make sure that I don't have any moisture on my corn dog or my hot dog. Dip it down in the batter. Twirl it just a little bit. Bring it up. Shake it off. Place it in the oil. Stick and all. Do it again. Roll it just a little bit. Cut my grease up just a little bit. Bring it in the batter. Twirl it. And if it's not covering, you know, if it hasn't covered the whole way, stick it back down again. Get it covered. Okay? Then put it in the oil. Now, as you can notice, I dropped the stick and all. It's not going to bother that stick. So don't worry about that stick. You want a uniformed color on your corn dogs. So go ahead and drop it all in there. Let's do one more. I think I can get one more in there. And I know my voice sounds a little bit strange. I've been under the weather for like maybe three times I've taped videos. And I think it's just flu season or cold season. And that's affecting me a little bit. But you still got to eat, so I just keep going. Alright, so I'm going to put this one in the other way. Alright. Now I'm going to move it over. Just a little bit. I don't want these to stick together. There it goes. Let it cook for like about 5-6 minutes on one side. Flip it over, let it cook on the other side. Okay. And they're cooking up rather nicely. So we're going to let this get brown, and when I get ready to flip it, I'm going to come right back. And these are ready to come out. So we're going to bring them out. And we're going to put them on the plate. And as you can see, it didn't affect the... Let me try to turn this one around because you know I had that one there backwards. It did not affect the stick at all. So now I'm going to drop 3 more. And I'm not really trying to coat it when I dip it in that flour first. I'm just any little moisture that's on it, I want it to pick up that moisture. And you don't want too much as an excess. Put it in backwards again. And we're going to give it a few minutes to like fry up. And then it'll just rise up to the top. You don't have to really coat yours with flour, not unless you want to. I didn't want that moisture to be on it, so I just went ahead and coated it with the flour, because it works out better for me. But I mean, you can use your own discretion. It's whatever works best for you in your kitchen. I give you the basic recipe on how to do this, and then you just go from there. Because we all don't have the same taste in things. Sometimes you may like a little bit more salt. I may like a little bit less salt. You may like a little bit more flour. I may like a little bit more meal. So It's whatever suits you and your household. There you go. And it shouldn't take it but a couple of minutes to come up. And my batter, I had just a little bit over batter. So what I'll do is take the batter, put some saran wrap over it or some aluminum foil, put it in the refrigerator, use it tomorrow. Kids are going to be at home all week, and they're going to want corn dogs. Or if you choose to make more, then you'll have enough to make more. This is a relatively simple, real simple, but yet good treat for the kids while they're home. And like I said, if they don't like the corn, then just add a little bit more of the flour and a little bit more of the meal. Because if you take out the liquid of the corn, you don't want it to be too soupy. So you want it to really be just right. Now how fast is that? Because we stayed doing this whole process on these. Just flip it a little bit. And as you can see, the color is uniform, which is what I was looking for. It doesn't take that long for batter to cook anyway. And there you have it. And it did not bother that stick. So don't try to find a big enough pot to hold the stick, or have half of it sticking out and the other half in the batter. No, you don't need to do all that. Just drop the stick in as well. Just be mindful of when the kids pick it up. And make certain that it has cooled down just a little bit. Okay, so we have 6 there. We have 2 more. Okay. Now, this shouldn't take but a couple of minutes to fix, and I'll get back. And these were the last 2 that I did, and I didn't coat them with flour. So as you can see, it's no difference in them. So if you can coat them with flour, or you cannot coat them with flour. It really doesn't make a difference. I just want to plate these up. And this is my leftover batter that I had. Let me move this out the way. And as you can see, I have enough batter to do another package of hot dogs if I wanted to. Or I could just take this and put it up and use it for the kids for tomorrow. And I still have enough batter to make them another treat tomorrow. But the instructions that I gave you on how to mix that batter, it was enough for 2 packages of hot dogs. So if you're only using 1, just cut it in half. If you're going to use the 2, then make it full force. Or if you want to just save some and have it for the next day, I just put saran wrap over it. I'm going to put it in my refrigerator, and this will keep up to 5 days, so you can use it at will. So there you have the corn dogs, and to it I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup, and I'm going to add a little bit of mustard. Okay, there you have it, corn dogs with mustard and ketchup, just the way the kids like it. All right, this was real simple and easy, something that you can do for the kids while they're at home this week or whenever they're at home and you just want to fix a special treat for them. This is the way to go. Hot dogs, corn dogs. Yeah, kids love it. Either way you have it. So that's all for we have for you tonight. And as always, I'd like to say thank you for watching Chris Cook for You Too. Bye.